Welcome to my summary and review of No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is an open world survival crafting game. Calling it an open world game, though, is a massive understatement. It is actually an entire universe that you get to explore. There are hundreds of planets. They are procedurally generated as you go. That way, that it is always a new and fresh experience. It's actually a super cool game. It's one of my favorites because I'm really big into the survival crafting genre. So let's dive in. So we'll start off with the features. One of the big features about this game is you get to explore. You can explore hundreds of worlds, each one different than each other. Each one has different challenges to them, such as in the video you're going to see a toxic planet, and then you're going to see me go to a high heat planet. These are going to come into effect on multiple worlds for multiple reasons. Some have high oxygen, some are radioactive, some have no water. It just gets really crazy. You're also going to get a ship really early on. Like within the first 30 minutes of the game, you will have a spaceship that will let you go out into orbit and just explore. You're going to get to see and scan new worlds, and if someone comes into your world, they're going to see that, hey, you're the one who discovered this. This is in your name. And for everything you discover, explore, and upload, you're going to get to earn credits, and it's going to go into a database. As far as I know, this is a shared global database because at certain points you're going to be able to interact with other players even if you're not running a multiplayer game. If you're running a single player game, when you get to a certain point in the game, you're going to be able to do joint missions to better expand on what you can do and earn really great rewards. Also, on each planet, you're going to have a set number of flora, fauna, minerals, other things that you can discover. You use your scanning visor, which you get a little bit into the game, to scan each one of these, and once again, they are discovered under your name. You earn credits every single time you discover one of these. Or units is what the game calls the primary currency. So next we'll go into things like currency, because those came up and they're important. So the game has two types of currency: units and nanites. Units are going to be your primary resource for buying most materials that you need from stations, or once you build it up to this point, your own personal trade terminal. They are easier to obtain than nanites. You can get them through multitude of means, such as exploring, scanning items, selling items. You get them from random crates. You get them from defeating enemies. It's just, the list goes on and on. Nanites, on the other hand, are a much harder resource to get, and they are going to be your primary resource for getting new technologies. They're going to be your primary resource for expanding your exosuit inventory, for expanding your ship inventory. They're going to help you get a lot of things that you're going to need in the game and that make the game a lot easier. Now, there are two things that are not technically currencies, but I count them as such. You have two types of technology modules. You have your standard ones, and then you have your frigate ones, or freighter ones. The first set lets you get base technologies, and they let you get things like expansions for your multi-tool. They let you get more stuff for your exocraft, for your ship. It's just a really useful one to have. The easiest way to get them is to, once again, explore planets, dig them up out of the ground in buried technology modules. The other one is specifically for your freighter, which is a mobile base. Once you get to the base building, you'll get to see a rough idea what it is. With the freighters, it's a ship that also counts as a base. The modules to get more technology for this, though, are a whole lot harder to get. You end up having to either take them from other freighters, you have to you can occasionally buy them from other players, and they show up on missions that you can send your squadrons through. They're hard to get. Be really cautious in how you use them. Personal opinion, first one I would get is the portal technology, because guess what? That thing is useful. It lets you go places. So on to base building. Base building is one of my favorite things in any game, because a lot of them let you make bases in ways that are just really, really awesome. In this one, you build it through modules. You have floor modules, ceiling modules, wall modules, door modules, light modules. You can customize your base how you want. As you go, it's really easy to take down previous ones, get the resources back, and then expand, which you're going to want to do. You start off with the aforementioned modules, but later on you will get things like entire rooms that you can just drop. There's the ceiling, the wall, the floors, everything. They even have connections for power so that you don't have to wire everything up. They have snap spots for you to connect generators to, so that they snap there, your entire room is now being powered by this one thing sitting right there. They're really awesome, they're really useful, they're also really expensive to build, but they're worth it. As time goes on, you're going to want to make more and more bases, because you're going to want bases on planets that have useful resources to you, because not all planets have all the resources you're going to need. Every one of them is going to require a base computer. You're limited to, I think, 20 at a time. So it's not like you can have you only get a small amount of bases. Also, you eventually can get, either through buying or saving them, a freighter. Your first freighter is going to be a really low grade freighter, but you can upgrade it as you go. Personally, I happen to like getting the low one and building it up where I want. Once again, I suggest getting the portals as a very first thing for any of your bases, because it's going to allow you to go between each one of your bases, between any of the space stations that you've been to, or at least the ones in your system. And eventually you're going to want to be able to bounce between all these places, just so that you can get all the resources you need for later missions, or to upgrade your ship, or to build new modules. It becomes a never-ending cycle, and it's a lot of fun. hopefully you liked my review and summary of No Man's Sky. This is a project that I've been working on for about 2 weeks now. I will be posting videos. I'm going to try every 2 weeks. This is a game that I'm really passionate about. I really love this game overall. It is a well done game. If you like my content so far, please subscribe and like this video. If you have any suggestions or things that you want to see me do, or games that you want to see me play, let me know down in the comments. But for now, peace out.